Well, we've gone a long way forwards, but we are back in March, which can only mean one thing. That a 71-year-old Mick McCarthy has been appointed manager of Wolves again. I mean, that is true, but that's not why we're back, as interesting as it is. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a long while for me, not quite as long for you, but it's careering onwards. We are still with Liverpool, our 5th season here at Liverpool, and it's 2030 now. It's been a long old ride, but yes, as you can see, as you saw from the start, we are back. And we are back for the League Cup final. We have made it, and we'll be playing Blackburn Rovers in that one. And, well, they are having a very good season. They're in 7th place in the Premier League, despite being promoted. They've got a decent little team, so it's not going to be straightforward, but you would expect us to do the job, given how good and how destructive we have been. Now, it's been a while since we've been here. Obviously, we were here at the start of the season, and yeah, it's gone very well indeed. It's gone very well indeed. Want to briefly talk about the finances first of all, because we're not good. Maybe the board shouldn't have spent 170 million on 2 players that I didn't want. Maybe that wasn't sensible. But yeah, not great. Anyway, the football though is great. Let's just go straight to the league table, and you can see we are in our now pretty familiar position of top of the league. 27 games played, we have won 24 of them, we have drawn 2, but as you can see under the lost column there is now a 1 there. We are not going to win the league undefeated, invincible this season, which was pretty obvious really. That's extremely unlikely to ever happen. The run did come to an end, and it came to an end against the team who are providing the biggest challenge for us this season so far, Chelsea, in 2nd place. We lost 1-0 to them. Of course, they're now managed by Thomas Tuchel, and he's doing a very good job after a succession of absolutely terrible performances since they sacked Frank Lampard. Just a conveyor belt of dreadful managers that have seen them fall all the way down to 12th. Last season, Thomas Tuchel's come in and unsurprisingly doing a very good job. But they are 5 points behind us, which is still pretty good. We have got to play them again later this season, though. Man United they were providing a pretty big challenge, but they've fallen away quite a lot. 12 points behind us now. And then Spurs even further behind. Manchester City down in 5th place, not very good. And as you would expect, Diego Simeone has been dismissed, but it's the unlikely figure of Ben Watson, the man who scored the winning goal for Wigan against Man City in the FA Cup final, of course, in real life, who has got the job. He's had a pretty steady rise. He started his managerial career at his former club, Wigan Athletic. He got sacked from there, but since then has just been on the up and up. Middlesbrough, then West Brom, then West Ham, and now Manchester City. He's been given a big old job there, and they've already been knocked out by Sevilla in the Europa League first knockout round, so it's not going well. But as you can see, Blackburn are in 7th place. They are the best of the rest so far this season. Our former club Leicester struggling. They've sacked their manager, who was Quique Sanchez Flores. They have now appointed this man, Edward Corday. So hopefully they can avoid relegation this season. That would be good. But otherwise, pretty much sort of standard as you would expect. Not really much different. There's not really been a big team that's really fallen from grace at any point in the save, apart from obviously Bolton, who we talked about a few episodes ago. But yeah, there we go. Now, before we look at our results, I just want to check on a couple of things, just to mention. Now, Mark Bonner, you may recall, our assistant manager for the first stretch of the game at Cambridge and then Leicester, who we took with us to Borussia Monchengladbach, and then he refused to come to Liverpool. I never actually mentioned it, but I did. He got sacked by Monchengladbach in 2026. I kind of just forgot about him, but then I hired him as an under-18s coach at Liverpool, so he has been at Liverpool for 2 years now. He has now been hired as a manager. He's been picked up by Burton Albion, another one of the teams that has fallen from grace. They are now in the Vanarama National League, and he's hoping to get them back into league football. Good luck to him. I just want to check in on this man as well. Lionel Messi, you may recall, was an under-18s coach for us at Liverpool for a while. Left us to take charge of Hull. Well, he left Hull very after a very brief period to take over at Huddersfield before being sacked, and he's been unemployed now for 2 years, as old Lionel. But his one-time rival, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's still at Borussia Mönchengladbach, where we left him. He's been an under-18s coach now, under-19s coach there for 6 years. He is incredibly good. His attributes are phenomenal, and why he's not been picked up as a manager somewhere, I have no idea. I mean, this summer we're looking to move. I will almost certainly try to take him and put him in my coaching team because he looks sensational. Anyway, let's go through the results. We've played a lot of games obviously since we were last here, and you've seen the league table. It's gone pretty well indeed. Some highlights: a 6-1 destruction of Bournemouth. Lots of goal scorers in that one. Champions League group went very well. Pretty random group. Atletico Madrid and Juventus. This was apparently an easy group. Now Juventus have had a massive fall from grace. They're down in the 6th at the moment. They've really fallen off the pace, or zebra as we should be calling them. But we won the group relatively easily. It was a little bit tight, as you would probably expect, but we did win the group. Dundee United also in there, currently enjoying life under the stewardship of Miroslav Klose, which is great to see. Some good wins there though. We did beat Man City 3-0. That kind of sort of spelt the beginning of the end for Simeone really in that one. And as you can see, going through in the League Cup, I kept playing a rotated side. It didn't work. I played a fully rotated team against a full strength Man City in the 4th round, and we beat them 4-0. So we're good. We've got a really good team, as we'll see in a minute. A 5-0 win against Blackburn, which bodes well for today. 3-1 against Leicester as well. We've beaten Wolves. Then, of course, the defeat to Chelsea. We weren't very good in that one, but since then, it's been really very good indeed. We are on a 16-match winning run in the Premier League, which includes a 5-0 destruction of Spurs, a 3-1 win against Everton, crushed Newcastle 5-0. We beat Reading 8-0, which is, I think, the biggest scoreline we've had in the save so far in a competitive match. Crushing our old enemy Wolves 4-0 as well. We beat Arsenal 3-0. That was a great performance as well. It's been really good. A 1-0 win against Manchester United. Colin Nicholson getting a goal in that one, and then most recently a 4-1 win against Barnsley, which has left us top of the table, as you have already seen. And we have won the first leg of our Champions League knockout match against Borussia Dortmund. The second leg of that one coming up in a few weeks' time. Hopefully we can make some progress there too. So it's been going well. It's been going very well, and the main reason for that is that we have got a really good team. And who would have thought spending £400 million plus on players with lots of potential would end up being really good? Well, it has worked, unsurprisingly, and the man leading the way, top goal scorer for us, top goal scorer in the division as well, is Colin Nicholson, star for us, star for Scotland. It took him a little while to adapt to the role, but he's adapted now. Obviously 11 in his first season, disappointing. 20 in the league so far this season, 28 overall. He's really good. He's really very good, and we can see how good he is because he has won a clean sweep of the FIFA awards. In the FIFA Pro Team of the Year, he won the FIFA Pro Player of the Year, beating Kylian Mbappe and Vasquez as well. He won the FIFA Best Men's Player Award, and he also won the Ballon d'Or. Second time he's won those awards. He's blooming good, isn't he? He's blooming good, and that is one of the reasons why we're doing so well. And what's great to see as well, Marcus Dewhurst, who of course came in last season, became first choice in place of Alisson. He also won. He was in the FIFA Pro Team of the Year, and he won the Best Men's Goalkeeper Award, which is brilliant, taking over from his mentor for a brief period, Alisson, from the year before. So that's going fantastically well. Now I want to just have a look, because I haven't got a new job, and I haven't agreed a new job or anything like that. But there may well be some in the summer. Let's just have a quick check on the leagues around Europe as well before we play the League Cup final. La Liga is going about as well as you would expect for Real Madrid. They are not quite running away with it as much as they were, but they're 9 points clear. It's looking good. Surely Barcelona are going to have enough with Gustavo Alfaro. This would be 5 years without winning the league, potentially 5 years finishing third. You would logically think they'd get rid of him at this point. But the interesting one really is in Germany, because Bayern Munich find themselves in 4th place. They're in a tussle with Hoffenheim and with Dortmund, but it's a tussle for finishing second because Schalke are absolutely home and dry at this point, really. 12 points clear already. Now, there's still quite a few games to play, of course, but they're looking very, very good indeed. And, well, Jurgen Klopp, his contract is up at the end of the season, and you would think perhaps he's 62 now, that maybe Bayern might be looking to make a change if they are not winning the league. They've won the league 5 years in a row. It is looking like it's going to come to an end this year. PSG running away with Ligue 1. Again, Neil Lennon's going to win that one, but maybe the Monaco job will become available. Italy is just always such a mixed bag because they quite like the Premier League and they have so many, quite a few, 5 or 6 good teams of similar level. Juventus have fallen away massively. I expect Zidane will probably get sacked this summer, and then who knows who the best option will be. But it's such a competitive league. I mean, Inter have been the most dominant side. Certainly the recent few years, Juventus have really fallen away. But any one of 5 or 6 teams could maybe win the league. So, right, we're not holding a team meeting. We did that last year, and obviously it did not work. Now, we lost the League Cup final last season to Manchester City. Let's hope for a better result this time. Blackburn, good side. We'll look at some of their players in a minute. Under the stewardship of Dean Smith, very good manager. But you'd back us, really. We're on such a good run of form. We're the best team in the world. Only really Real Madrid can compete with us. I mean, yeah, you'd expect us to win. But we absolutely must not be complacent. They're a more than capable team. But this is the lineup we're going to go for. It's not going to be particularly shocking or surprising to you because they're all really very good. Marcus Dewhurst is going to be in goal for this one. Has, of course, had a fantastic season following on from last year. Maybe not quite well, I say maybe not quite as good. He's got 19 clean sheets in the league alone. He's done really well. Ulrich, Voucher, Lefebvre, Maraldi all having excellent seasons at the back. Maraldi's in there because Trent has got a bit of an injury. He's been having probably his best year ever at the age of 31. Well, yeah, definitely his best year. 7.54 average rating, scintillating form from Trent. Well, he's reaching his more advanced years, but it's not affected his performance. But yeah, obviously, unfortunately, he got a bit of an injury, so Maraldi's going to play. De Jong, Salvador, Paqueta, still the midfield trio. Vujovic is going to be on the right-hand side. Now we're going to bring in Jordan Richard back on the left-hand side. I've been rotating him and Cherki in and out because I don't want him to get injured. He's becoming a bit injury-prone, and it seems to be working, having them sort of alternate. And Cherki has done phenomenally well this season. He has been absolutely brilliant. I mean, you kind of hope it. He's 26 years old, is an experienced international. We paid quite a bit of money for him, but not that much in the grand scheme of things. 46 million isn't too much for a player of this quality. His return has been absolutely brilliant. 7 goals, 8 assists, 7.45 average rating. Really very, very good, reliable pickup for us. And then, of course, the main man, the Ballon d'Or winning Scotsman Colin Nicholson will be up front. So pretty regen heavy team for Blackburn, and a lot of youngsters who don't have a face because I haven't fully updated my face pack, as I'm sure you've seen. But they've got Luis Felipe up front, Brazilian striker, pretty decent. Probably not going to be in the national team, but pretty decent. Behind him, Darren Wood, attacking midfielder. Again, I think actually quite good. Could prove a threat today. A few other players. Cuisance is a more than capable individual. Somehow I never capped him for France. I get confused between him and Kakare, but yeah, Cuisance, very good player. So he's getting up there. He's 30, but still could be a big player in the middle of the pitch. They've got some decent players all over the park. It's not going to be a straightforward win, but I do expect nothing but a win from them. We're in such good form. We do have a pretty good record with finals. Obviously, we did lose last year's final. We lost the Club World Cup final. We've lost that twice, haven't we? But overall, pretty good. So we want to be seeing if we can add another piece of silverware to our already staggeringly long collection at Liverpool. And we get our first highlight coming up to 20 minutes. Nicholson wrestling with the defence. He's giving it off towards the midfield. We're working it down the line, looking for an opportunity. Ulrich has it. Can he find the ball in? He finds Paqueta, gets it back. Vujovic is there, and that was pretty easy, wasn't it? That was pretty standard goal as far as we score. Probing, just waiting for the right pass, waiting for the right moment. They're trying to keep up with us, but we're such a technically good and physically quick side. We find the ball. There's Vujovic in the right place. He's 15th of the season. He has also been absolutely scintillating this year. Him and Nicholson both having their finest years, I think, so far. Free kick on the edge of the box, lined up. It's going to be Richard to take it, and he's hit the post. It was close. We've got so many good free kick takers in particular. Cherki's good at it, Richard's good at it, Trent has been banging them in this season from that kind of dead ball position as well. And at half-time, it is 1-0. 2 highlights, not the most action-packed end-to-end game, but we've got the lead, and I think we will, look pretty good. But it wouldn't be a recorded episode without something going wrong, would it? Marko Vujovic has done his groin in. Brilliant. The goal scorer is going to have to go off. Richard's on a 6.4 as well, so he'll probably come off in a minute. But Vignato on, excellent. We've lost one of our 2 best players. Absolutely nothing else happening in this half. We'll bring on Rayan Cherki in place of Richard, who's been not at his best game so far. Colin's not having his best game either. And here come Blackburn. They've done nothing all game. But here's a highlight. Castro running through. Dewhurst with a big hand to tip it round for a corner. 20 minutes to go. This is the 3rd highlight because we didn't even see Vujovic's injury. It just came up. And yeah, it's not been interesting really. Can we get a second goal to seal it? Nicholson's in. It's a very tame effort from a Ballon d'Or winning man's standards. Ulrich plays the ball forward to Paqueta. We're going back a bit. I'm a little bit nervy here because I feel like unless we get a second, Paqueta's shot is blocked. There's a counter here on for Blackburn. We have been complacent, I think. We've got the 1 goal. We've lost our most creative player, and well, I mean, we're open to throwing this away. Moraldi wins it back though. Salvador pressing onwards. He's been flattened, but Cherki picks up the loose ball and gets it back, and he's scored, but he is clearly offside, an absolute mile offside, and it's still 1-0. Time is disappearing though. I think we're gonna possibly hold on. Here's another highlight. Ulrich chucks it in. It's given away, and Moraldi's just about won it back. Srirachi has given it away as well. Vignato running inside. It's gone off to Paqueta. Cherki's there. Nicholson's there. Colin has sealed it. I was about to take him off. He can stay on now. We get the job done. Not there was a lot of luck about that one. The tackle comes in. We keep the ball. Paqueta lays it off. Cherki gives it to Nicholson, who hits it against the goalkeeper and then just about manages to get the rebound in. 2-0. We have won the League Cup again. And there we go. I still forgot to turn the camera on, so we've got a celebration, but we know what that means. We've won. We've won the League Cup for the 2nd time. Not our most brilliant performance, but we've got the result, and that is the main thing. Now, what is the damage to Marko Vujovic? That is the big issue of the day. He is out for 3 weeks with a groin strain, so obviously not good, but it could be far, far worse, as I always say whenever we get an injury like that. Not the end of the world, but there we go. Another piece of silverware, another trophy in the bag. It's good. It's very good. Everyone's being tapped up again. Foucher's now being tapped up. To be honest, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, you can have all these guys as long as you take me with you and make me your manager next season. Then we'll bring them all. Right, that is, I believe our 19th trophy of the save, which is frankly ridiculous. It owes its entire self to how good the France side that we lucked into were, and how good the Liverpool side that we have built has become. 19 trophies, and we're looking good to at least get a 20th come the end of the season, although Chelsea have won their game while we weren't playing in the league, so they're 2 points behind us. It's pretty tight. Chelsea are looking really good. Chelsea are looking really, really good, so we might end up throwing it away if certain results do not go our way, but que sera, sera. We've had a phenomenal time here, and if that was our final trophy as Liverpool manager, well, you can't really argue with that. You can't really complain at all about that. But we will be back next time for something. It will be, hopefully, the matches that will give us the Premier League title again. If it's not looking like that, then maybe it'll be something else. We are playing Chelsea here. That may well prove to be absolutely decisive, so it may well be that. Otherwise, it will be towards the final couple of games of the season. Then, of course, if we make the FA Cup final, if we make the Champions League final as well, then I will bring you that. Before we turn our attention to the summer, where we've, of course, got the World Cup, the 2030 World Cup with Brazil. Can we unseat the mighty France, I am of course the World Cup holding manager at this point, which seems still really ridiculous. And yeah, then the other main focus will be, can we actually get ourselves a new job? I mean, obviously we could have already left. We could have left last summer. I wanted to leave last summer, but there wasn't anything really available apart from Atletico Madrid, which we really arguably should have gone for, but we didn't. We're still here, and it's gone pretty well, so I can't really moan about that at all. But just my thinking for this, really, about where to go next. We could go anywhere, but I'm trying to play this as sort of semi-realistically as possible, even with all the absurd things that have happened. If I was in charge of Liverpool, if I've been in charge of Liverpool for 5 years and I've won the Premier League twice, maybe 3 times, I won the Champions League twice, all that stuff, I'm not going to go and take over at, I don't know, Werder Bremen. I'm not going to go and take over at Lille, because that just wouldn't make sense. If I was going to actually leave Liverpool in this position, then the only logical places to go are places where I'm going to expect to win more silverware. So Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Now after that, if we go to one of those teams and we do well there, or if we don't do well, if we get sacked, then we can look to go to maybe another team like that and then build them up like we kind of did with Liverpool, really. But that's sort of, at this point, there's literally, unless we're going to a 5-star team, or unless we're going to a team who is going to be the overwhelming favourite in their league, then it just doesn't really make sense within the world that we've built here. I don't know. But those are questions for next time, and I will see you hopefully then. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, make sure you subscribe as well, and yeah, can we win another trophy? I think one more trophy and we'd be 15 at Liverpool, and of course one more trophy and we would win 20 trophies in the save so far, which is frankly ridiculous.